Math, I always found after teaching for 21 years, kids love it or kids don't love it. And now I think I've got 27 kids in my class who can at some point during the day say, hey, I love math.
From the first time we started this, the kids were just through the roof about it. I mean, they just couldn't quit talking about it. They were excited. I could see that enthusiasm. I could see that they were just wanting to spend hours and hours of time doing math calculations.
They were really into it. I think given the demographic that we teach just age-wise and the generation we teach, technology is so heavy in their lives. Everywhere they are, it's technology. They were really excited to be using Khan Academy. They were like, yeah, I got this. I can do division now. I couldn't do division before.
The first day that I had my Khan Academy class, I could not believe how engaged they were. The bell rang and nobody wanted to leave my classroom. So I had to actually tell them, you have to go to your next class. You cannot continue working on math here. So that's when I knew, okay, we're onto something here.
I like how it's different than the math book when everyone's doing pretty much the same level of things, and if they're like higher, then it's boring for them, and if they're like lower, they're not exactly understanding it.
Khan Academy is directly helping because every day, every child has the opportunity to have individualized learning opportunities where they are specifically working at their level, being provided with instantaneous feedback, which is not something that they would get in the traditional teacher-lecturer model.
I see every student utterly engaged in what they're doing, and they are talking about math, they are excited about math, they're appropriately challenged, and those kids who are really math superstars are able to push themselves to where they want to be.
High school students are definitely lacking a lot of foundations. There are some big gaps, specifically negative numbers, fractions, decimals. They come into 9th grade and they're like, oh, I've heard this speech before, I already know it. And so Khan Academy says, actually, you don't know it because you just got this problem wrong. And so it confronts them with their own false confidence, and then they're like, okay, now I need to learn it. And they learn it, finally, for the first time.
What Khan is really good at doing is giving instant feedback to all 36 kids in my classroom in a way that I could never do. So every student on every problem is getting instant feedback. Those misconceptions are not solidified. I think that's the one thing Khan has changed dramatically, is now they're learning processes. They're learning how to do them correctly as opposed to just learning how to get by.
I think the biggest change I've seen in our students is their idea about how learning happens. Students felt that the teacher told you information and magically you understood it and you did well. And Khan Academy has really changed that. Now the students realize that it's their job to figure it out, and there's supports for them, but they're responsible for understanding it.
Khan Academy allows them to go back if they didn't get it, or if they got it, to engage in a different type of mathematics. It's just really awesome to see them there on Khan Academy doing their thing, searching for videos, tying it back to what we're learning in class, and being motivated to take charge of their own learning.
What Saul Khan has done is amazing. He's taken all this material and broken them down into little 12-minute lectures. I use it myself to remind myself of things. I have children who like it. So I was super happy he came up and we got to talk about where does he go now? How can my foundation help him pursue this dream and connect it up with the other great things going on the internet? So I see Saul Khan as a pioneer in an overall movement to use technology to let more and more people learn things, know where they stand. It's the start of a revolution. I think it's a huge contribution. Everybody should check it out.